All right, speaking of NVIDIA, the AI chip giant becoming a vocal critic against one part of a must-pass defense bill making its way through Congress. Emily Wilkins joins us now from D.C. with much more on this story. Emily, good morning.
Hey, Frank. Well, yeah, and as you said, NVIDIA, it is slamming this provision in a must-pass bill that would require chip makers to ensure that U.S. demand is fully before selling advanced chips to foreign customers. It's known as the GAIN AI Act from Senator Jim Banks, and it is currently a part of a key defense package that the Senate is going to be voting on next week. But NVIDIA and other tech companies are warning that the provision would ultimately put the U.S. at a competitive disadvantage. They say that if they can't sell their chips overseas, that China's semiconductors could become the global standard. NVIDIA tweeted that in trying to solve a problem that does not exist, the proposed bill would restrict competition worldwide in any industry that uses mainstream computing chips. And in a letter to lawmakers, the Information Technology Industry Council added on, saying that the measure would add significant complexity to the export licensing system, adding that it would make it more difficult for U.S. semiconductor companies to compete with Chinese firms who will not face such burdens. Now, Banks defended his measure. He told CNBC that the bill is not going to limit exports to foreign countries, but instead is needed to ensure U.S. dominance in AI and semiconductors.
At the end of the day, these chip makers that are American companies that are subsidized by the CHIPS Act shouldn't give preferential pricing to foreign countries like China over American customers.
The Senate is set to vote and likely pass the measure as part of a larger bill next week, but the Senate and the House are still going to have to hash out the final version of the bill, so we'll be following to see if this on semiconductors makes the final cut. Frank?
Emily Wilkins, live in D.C.